today's review, we've got the beer dispenser out, so that must mean only one thing. We're going to try a new supermarket beer. This is King Rat. It's a hazy IPA from Ossett Brewery. We haven't had anything from Ossett Brewery before, I don't think. But what's this beer going to be like? Available in Tesco's now. Keep on watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we are reviewing King Rat, one of my favourite rock bands from the 90s, early 2000s. Now many people might not know, but one of my best mates, he had a band called King Rat. So I thought, Mr. De Bono, this beer is got to be for you. This is a 7.4% hazy IPA. It's from Ossett Brewery. I had to remember where Ossett was. It's sort of south of Leeds, sort of Wakefield, that neck of the woods. It's available in Tesco supermarket. It's got hops. Well, of course it's got hops, but I say of course it's got hops. It's a supermarket beer. Not always have they got hops, but it's got the hops named. So it's got Citra, Galaxy, and Topaz. Now, Topaz doesn't appear very often. I'm not quite sure what Topaz brings. I think I'm guessing that it might be a British hop, Topaz. It says it's oozing with stone fruit flavour. So obviously straight away we know that it's going to be peachy and apricotty and mangoey. But let's crack it open, get it in the beer dispenser, because I like to try these beers out, the supermarket beers, at their best. And the best can only be through the dispenser, because it makes beers a little bit better. I mean, not huge amounts better, but a little bit. So let's optimise this drinking experience by sticking it in here. I've passed through some warm water today to clean it, so hopefully there's no residue of anything weird in it. I've got my pint IPA glass, so I don't have any. I shouldn't overfill. I'm going to try and remember how to use it, because I haven't used it for a week. I think it's definitely this way. It's quite slow at the pour. Yeah, it's definitely this way. If it's one thing that's frustrating, people say, "Why aren't you using it more?" My family basically is saying, "Why aren't you using it more?" It's like, it takes forever to pour. It's so slow. I'm sure that if you went into a pub, it won't take this long to pour. I mean, you can see how long it's taking. Right, hopefully I'm getting near the end. So, because that's the only thing, you don't really know when you get to the end, when you want to give it the sort of different pump. So I think I'm about there now. So I'm going to pump it the other way, and that gives it. In fact, it's weird because it comes out. It's still coated out even when you take it off now. So I pumped the last bit to get that nice sort of dense head, and it is quite dense, and it's a lovely colour, bright orange, hazy, a little bit lighter at the bottom, but I think that looks pretty good. I haven't got my light on today because there's so much light here. I don't know if that's going to make it worse. Yeah, that doesn't really work because the light's not. It should be right in front of me basically. But that is a good looking beer. Beautiful orange, hazy, nice thick ice cream type of head to there. Very dense, because obviously you would expect it dense because of the machine. Yeah, I mean, if it tastes as good as it looks, we're in for a winner. But let's check out the aroma first. Yeah, I mean, it is stone fruit heavy. There's lots of peachy sort of aromas in it. It smells bright. It smells inviting. I'm really looking forward to it now. Please be a good supermarket beer. Cheers, everyone. First things first, this beer dispenser has made this beer really good in the mouthfeel. It's soft as you drink it. It's almost like when you drink like a Guinness. It's sort of smooth and foamy. I want all my beers to have that sort of mouthfeel. So that's really good. Flavour-wise, it's like the Galaxy is the other hop. There's definitely a lot of Galaxy flavours here. So you're getting the mango, you're getting apricots and peaches. But even at 7.4, I thought it might be a little bit dank, but it's quite bright, juicy, zesty, delicious. It is pretty damn good beer for a supermarket beer. In fact, I'd always say it's almost a pretty good beer, even if it wasn't a supermarket beer. Let's go in again. Yeah, it's nice, this. The flavour, if I'd had a 7.4% beer from Likes, I reel them up every time. The Azvecs, the Rivingtons, the Beaks, the Tracks, the Pollies even. You get a bit more flavour. There's a little bit of... there's a slight watery flavour where the flavour's not quite hitting. However, sometimes when you don't get that watery flavour from a supermarket beer, it's replaced with an astringent bitterness. And I'd much rather have a little bit of wateriness than astringent bitterness any day of the week. So you're getting a little bit of that. The flavour is not as hard hitting as you would expect from a 7.4% IPA. But it's smooth because of the machine has made it smooth. And there's light peach and slightly stronger apricot mango flavours coming in. There's not really much else in terms of flavour. It says stone fruit heavy, and that's what it is. Maybe a slight hint of passion fruit and a slight hint of maybe oranges. There's not other citrus. There's not really many other flavours. As the more I drink it, I think if I just poured it straight out of the can, I would have probably just been disappointed because there is this element of wateriness in there, and it's almost like in the flavour. But I think that the beer dispenser's hidden a little bit of it. But it's one of those sort of beers, even though it's 7.4%, which is a big ABV for an IPA. It's really easy to drink, it's refreshing, and it goes down really easily. And I'd say this is a good beer. So let's get the can out so we can flash the can again. Make sure I'm going to top it up. I think it is pretty much empty. So I pretty much poured it just about right. There's a little bit of, I'll say it's probably all the thickness of the beer is at the bottom there. So it's still pretty good. It's a solid supermarket beer. Would I pay £5 for it? No way. I mean, there's just not enough flavour. There's just not enough, probably just not the volume of hops, even though there's different hops, but it's just not the volume of it. It's slightly watered down, and you're getting that flavour of a watered down beer. But there's no weird flavours, which supermarket beers have a habit of doing. And I'd say that it's quite close to the likes of some of the Northern Monk beers. But it also, at the same time, it's also quite close to the Love Lane New England IPA, which you can get for £1.50. So, okay, I think I've drank enough. I've talked enough. So let's get some scores live. Okay, let's do the scores live for King Rat Hazy IPA, 7.4% from Ossett Brewery. Obviously, rats are quite... I think they do another rat one, which you see a lot on cask. I don't know if I've ever had it, but I think it's called like White Rat or something like that. So I don't know if they're rat-themed brewery. I don't know why that might be. Maybe there was a lot of rats in Ossett back in the day. I don't know. But let's do the scores live. So starting with aroma... It smells pretty good. It's inviting. There's a lot of light peachy aromas there. Definitely more on the light sort of juicy sort of side. So it's quite inviting. I'm going to give it 14 for aroma. Appearance wise, well, the head has dipped down a bit, even though we poured it out the dispenser. But I think it's a lovely golden colour. That it had that smooth foam due to the dispenser. I don't know what it would be like if I hadn't poured it out through the dispenser, but I think it's still pretty good. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Flavour wise, the flavours are very pleasant. It's peachy with a little bit of mango and a little bit of apricot, maybe of orange and passion fruit. It is quite one note. It's not very complex, but it just tastes good. And it's light though. It's very light and a slight watery taste. For a 7.4%, it's quite watery. You don't expect that from a 7.4% beer. But there's no weirdness, which supermarket beers have a habit of doing. So I'm going to give it a solid 34. Value for money. I think this one was $3.75. I could be wrong, but I would guess it's about $3.75 from Tesco. So 4 for free. So you're going to get it closer to 4 for free. I don't even want to work it out, but you're going to get closer to £3 than £4. So it's pretty reasonable. But at the same time, if you pay $3.75, I'd still rather pay £1 or £1.50 more and get a beer from Azvecs or Polly's, an IPA from them. It's just going to have more to it. So I'm going to give it a solid 8, I think, for value. And my overall experience, well, I was surprised. It's been sitting in my fridge a couple of weeks because I was thinking, oh, I want to have this one. I'm not really in the mood for a beer. That makes any sort of sense. But I thought I'd get the dispenser out, get it out, make sure that it's prime. It's a quite warm day today, and I've kept it reasonably cool. So maybe the sort of weirdness of flavours are probably not there, but actually, as it's warming up, it actually gets better. So what are we on? Oh, you're on overall experience. So I'm going to give it a 14. A solid number, that is. I think it's a good beer. And certainly a good beer for a supermarket. We top the scores up and we get a recommended 78 out of 100. So that's not bad for a supermarket beer. I'd have to go through some of the recent supermarket beers. I mean, has it been a while since I've done some. I'm sure I did quite a few supermarket beers. Maybe I just didn't even write them down. No, I might have written them down. Maybe I've written them somewhere else. I can't see any supermarket beers that are jumping out here. Maybe I haven't done them for a while. But I always think, you know what? I did do supermarket beers, but I didn't record them because I did them on this. And I don't think I record them at all. But I might have done. Anyway, I'm confused. But anyway, if you go in Tesco, King Rat, this is a solid beer. I think if you're looking at good, solid beers in supermarkets, Northern Monk, North Brewing, and this one. Other ones, I mean, Love Lane's still good. I don't know if that Shocker is still available from Asda, but still good beer. I am at that point where I'm just, there were some new ones in my Sainsbury's, and I thought, no, I don't want to buy them. One of them had pasta in it, okay, so that's a bit weird. There was another one that had some sort of weird stuff in it, like a junk in it. I can't remember what that one was. It might even be an Northern Monk one. Oh yeah, it was some sort of blueberry milkshake, something like that. I thought, that's got to be horrible. And then there was another Full Circle Dipper, which had a recent one, was all right. I get to the point where I think £4. I'd rather pay £1 and really enjoy the beer. I've had some beers not reviewed on the channel. I've just, at a stage where I went and bought half a dozen beers where I would normally review them, and I just thought, no, I just want to sit and enjoy them, see what they're like, and just chill out with them. The weather's been good. I've been chilled out in the garden. I thought, I just don't want to review them. I just want to enjoy them. Like, I want to be a punter of drinking a beer, just sitting and enjoying it. And I had some from Beak. What did I have? I had some from Beak, I had from Rivington, and I had some other ones as well. But they were all good. All of them were good. And I just thought, yeah, why should I buy supermarket beers? I might save, every time I buy if I bought 6 supermarket beers or 6 beers from the bottle shop, if they're IPAs, not double IPAs, but if I buy 6 beers from the supermarket, I might save a tenner. And I don't go out to pubs much, and you can easily spend a tenner in a pub on a pint. So I'm willing to do that. I don't know if anyone else thinks that, but I'm willing to do that. But it's nice to come out, have a beer, which you have low expectations of. You stick it in the machine and you think, yeah, this is better, and it's better in the machine. There's something about it that it's gone through this machine. And the beer is just solid, and it's one of those sort of beers that you think, I'll just stick it in the fridge. I'll buy 4 of them and I'll be paying £3.20 something or other for them, and that's not bad at all. But I wouldn't want to keep drinking them. No, I'd like to go out and get good beers. So I hope that's giving you a little explanation of supermarket beers and my current thoughts of them. You probably don't care. You probably haven't got to there. I'm probably talking to myself. So I'll end it promptly with, remember, I only need to ask you to do two things. Drink good craft beer. You know where you can get it. You know you don't have to go to supermarkets. You can get some really great beers out there. And secondly, as Iron Maiden would say, you've got to keep on rocking.